What's gonna happen here? Are you like gonna take your clothes off, Din? Because I'm all here for that. I'm here for it. Let's see it. Hi, welcome back to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra, and unfortunately, Ken is busy on Wednesday nights when The Mandalorian comes out, and so he will not be reacting until he's done his meetings on Wednesdays. I am going to be watching season 3, episode 2, chapter 18. Last one was called The Apostate. We know why, because Mando's been kicked out by the armorer because he took off his mask, which is totally unfair because he was doing it to save Grogu. Hello, have you seen Grogu? Let's kind of like cut him some slack. We got to see Bo-Katan, or as I will call her, Bitter Bo-Katan. She is not doing that well. She is very upset all her people have left her because she didn't bring home the Darksaber, and the Darksaber is with Mando. Mando doesn't want to rule Mandalore. He just happens to have the saber because that's how it happened. Grogu was his cute little self, making his little noises. But I think my favorite part of last week has got to be when Grogu decides to hug Anan Zelen. I don't know if it's Babu Freak. That hasn't really been said. A lot of people speculate that it is. But yeah, he hugged him and then he goes, "No squeezy, no squeezy." Bad baby. It was so funny. So yeah, everybody's put that all over the internet. It was hilarious, so I don't blame them. Really hope we get to see. We should see them again because Mando's going off to find like what it was, a memory bank or something, and he's coming back. I think he'll go see Peli to get that, and so I'm guessing that might happen in this episode. And I don't know if he's going to come back or Bo-Katan's going to wake up and smell the coffee. I have no idea. She is incredibly bitter, so we'll just leave her there. The other thing was last week, I didn't know what those creatures were that what Grogu was seeing. Apparently they are space whales. There's a more technical name for them, but I looked it all up because everyone was like, "Where's Ezra?" So I have only watched up to season 4 of the Clone Wars, and so Ezra wasn't in that. He was in the other cartoon series, which of course I'll watch after I finish Clone Wars finally. And apparently space whales exist there, and they're a pain. They can travel at hyperspace. And that's great, except that apparently they can just come out of hyperspace and like crash into stuff. And they're whales, so they destroy things. So that was very interesting. They're kind of half whale, half squid looking. So I did look them up and try to figure out what that was about, because other people were reacting and talking about Ezra and the space whales. So unfortunately, as much as I know about Star Wars, I am not up on the animation, mostly because I'm not a fan of watching cartoons. However, on some guidance or advice, they said, "Oh no, you have to watch Clone Wars, you will like it." So I did. Well, I'm up to season 4, but it took a break to film a few other things. So hopefully I'll get back to that. But I do know Ahsoka, I do know Cad Bane. There's quite a few things that showed up that I am aware of. And everybody's hoping to see Hondo, me as well. Hondo is one of my favorite characters. It's one of the pirates. So I don't think that guy was named Vane. So he's definitely not Hondo. So will we see Hondo? I don't know. That would be pretty cool. I also am not too happy that they killed Cad Bane. I'd like to see Cad Bane come back. Although I guess he was pretty old by that. But he's a weird alien race, so who knows? I mean, Yoda lived to 900 years old. So, anyway, let's get to it. What are we celebrating? This looks like Tatooine. Is this the pod race? Oh, call back to the pod races.
You know, I do have a life. A big holiday. I have big plans. You know, I just don't sit around here and work all day. I'm very popular.
Very popular.
Is he gone? Well, where's my guy? There he is!
Oh, what the heck?
Oh, who taught you how to leap like a lurman, huh? Was that his first word? I think he's talking to me. Did you hear that? He said Pelly.
I'm here. I'm going to Mandalore. I need a droid that can explore ahead of me and test the atmosphere. Make sure it's safe to breathe.
Okay, well... right back here, scary droid.
No.
Come on now, you gotta shine.
Oh, he went for it.
Oh, come on now, don't be a coward.
I'm surprised.
Astromech, act like one.
Oh.
I wouldn't rely too much on this one. Its circuitry is a little fragile.
I thought you said it was built for adventure.
Oh, get here, you. Helly.
And that's Kalevala, where we visited Bo-Katan.
Oh, okay.
It's in the same system. A Mandalorian has to understand maps and
again.
the way around. That way, you'll never be lost.
Oh, I love how he's teaching him. So cool.
R5, you ready? I'm gonna need you to scout ahead and analyze the atmosphere. There wasn't a question.
Yeah, just do it. That's what your job is, R5.
To that split in...
Oh no.
R5, come in. Do you read me?
Uh-oh.
It's probably just interference. Fine. I'll go get her. Normally this is droid work. I was hoping to avoid going out there.
He's like, you better go after Mando. That's my new friend. Come on, Mando. Oh, that's like an underground. Oh! No! Oh no! All sorts of creatures. Oh no! Oh no! This is not good. Ah! Thank God for Beskar, dude. Oh. Got the Darksaber. Still not very good with it though. It's too heavy. You don't know how to swing it. Oh my God. Can we please help Mando? Like, oh Lord, is that where R5 went? Down in the hole? Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
I guess we're on our own from here.
Patu! Twice he said Patu. Patu! Ay, ay, ay. Oh yeah, wait for me, Daddy. I don't like being left behind. There's scary things in here. What is that? Oh my God, is that a giant? Oh, it's like a robot. Don't hide, no, he's taking Mando. You can't let him take Mando. It's a giant crab monster droid. Oh, oh no. What alien are you? Do I want to even see this thing? What is that? What are you? Oh my goodness, ew. You're like a spidery. Go! Go, Grogu! Oh no!
Get to Bo-Katan.
Oh no! we go. Later. Go, baby, go. Oh my god. Oh, sweet baby. No. No. Leave that baby alone. Yeah, baby. Look at him. No. No. Yeah, go. Get lost, stupid dragon thing.
Maybe I didn't make myself clear the last time. I want to be left alone. What happened to him? Download the astromech, find out where they were. Okay, kid. I'm gonna need you to guide me to him. Can you do that?
Of course he can.
I know that you're frightened, but I need you to guide me to him.
Come on, Grogu. You can do this. What is happening? What? Oh my god. Oh no! Bo-Katan! Oh! Got the Darksaber. Good.
Behind you.
Oh! No! No, you horrible thing! This time I need to actually kill you. What's gonna happen here? Are you like gonna take your clothes off, Din? Because I'm all here for that. I'm here for it. Let's see it. Oh, man. I was like, do you have to like get in it au natural?
And the words of the creed shall be forever forged in my heart.
Boy, where are you, dude? How deep is that thing? This is like the pit that Jaime Lannister fell in. Oh my goodness, I can't right now. Oh my goodness, what happened? Did you just fall? Something's not. What was that? Was that a mythosaur? What was that? What did you see? Dude, what was that? Dude, what was that thing? That big creature at the end, is that a mythosaur? I mean, it had a big kind of tusk, and it's kind of been hinted at that they might not be extinct. So, is that a body of one? It didn't seem to move or anything. It looked like it was looking at her, but I'm not entirely sure, like, what it was doing. Like, was it dead? I have no idea. So, wow. Okay, let's look at this episode. Wow, I really enjoyed this episode. Okay, so, you know, every time you thought something was going to happen one way, it didn't. It went the other way. So the fact that it's like well, it's not predictable to me anyway. So, except for the parts I saw in the trailer, which obviously I knew existed. So let's see. So Din went to Din went to Mos Eisley as I thought. Pelly was in the middle of ripping someone off, and then he showed up. But she said, "No, I can't get you a memory bank." The Jawas were like, "No, we can't get that. That's like old time stuff. We don't have that stuff anymore." So that was a quick hi and bye. They were in the middle of the pod races. It was Boonta Eve, so that was interesting. Yeah, so it looked like there were pod races going on. There were fireworks. It was like some kind of special New Year's Eve for them or something like that. Anyway, the greatest part I like that's going on is that Pedro said there would be a lot of world building in this one, a lot more worlds showing up, and that's great. There's lots of worlds from the Clone Wars that we have not been to. So it looks like there were three. Well, there seem to be either 3 moons of Mandalore, or there's a planet and 2 moons. One Bo-Katan is on, one Din grew up on, and then there's Mandalore. So he was teaching Grogu how to navigate and how to look at the scope and all this stuff. And Grogu was kind of talking. Pelly said that Grogu said his first word. I'm not entirely sure he did. He said Pelly. I know he said Patu like 3 times because that's like one of his cutest words. He always throws in a Patu every once in a while. In at least once a season. It's twice in this episode. So I forgot to say, Pelly sold Mando and R5. R5 did not want to go. He was like, "No, I don't want to go on this adventure. Nope, thank you." And then Pelly's like, "Oh, watch out, he's kind of sensitive." And Mando's like, "What? You just told me he was totally fine." Pelly's ripping people off. So R5 went to scout, fell to the side, I think, because one of the trolls knocked him down. Mando fought a whole bunch of the trolls, and then went back for the baby. The baby was very afraid, very scared about what was going to happen to Mando, was even very upset when R5 went all by himself. He clearly is very fearful. But he's only a little kid, so that's to be expected. So Mando and Grogu went down into the mines, where they ran into a pretty horrible creature. It was like an insect with one giant eye that would go into different bodies. So it not into human bodies, but into robots, so that it could get around. It reminded me of Grievous when it was in the walking body. But when it came out of the droid body, it was very small. And then it went in, it had this giant spider body as well. So it kind of clamped Mando, took him away. The baby tried to open the prison that Mando was in, but it was locked really well, and it clanked shut and scared it basically alerted that bug creature. And Mando said, "Go get Bo-Katan," in one of the best scenes ever. So Grogu goes on the ship. He points to R5. He points to Bo's planet, because nobody understands Grogu. Points to it, and R5 takes him there. And Bo's ready to rip a strip off Mando. She's like, I told you I want to be left alone. Get the heck out of here." And then up pops Grogu with his little face. And Bo's like, immediately, where's Mando? What happened to him? And she knows that Grogu came to get her help. So immediately they go to her ship. She takes R5 and Grogu back to Mandalore, where she kind of has a reminiscence of what it used to be like. She was telling Grogu that. The whole time in the episode, Mando was really being clear that that Grogu is a Mandalorian. Like, this is our home planet, he told him. So, because they are a clan of two, he's trying to teach the ways of the Mandalorian to Grogu as he knows it. So, Bo-Katan, needless to say, does rescue Mando. Now, what I was saying earlier about the surprises is that I just assumed that Grogu would bust him out of there. That didn't happen. Grogu did make a troll fly, which we saw in the trailer. So I knew that was going to happen. But Grogu's still a little dude, and I think he gets really tired, and he has to concentrate very hard. So, anyway, the Darksaber got whipped out in this episode, and even though Bo rescued Mando, took him down to the living waters, they were kind of having a chat along the way, and she was talking about what it was like to be raised in the royal family and how she kind of had to perform, and the waters didn't mean anything to her. She swore the creed or whatever, and he's like, oh, I'm sure your dad was proud of you. She says, yeah, because I didn't embarrass him. So she has some daddy issues going on, but he was a great man. And that's what she said. And then Mando gets into the waters, and she watches him walk down. And there's a part of her that changes in that moment, because she sees how committed Din is to reclaiming his creed, or his rebaptizing himself as part of the Mandalorians. And this kind of like, I saw the change in her, like maybe she hasn't given up on this. Maybe that cult isn't as weird as she thinks. I mean, they did fight against each other, so that's not her favorite thing, but and they were destroying each other. But there was this glimmer of like, this is what it's all about. Like, this is how committed you need to be to this planet. So, in true Jaime Lannister fashion, Din walked into the lake, and suddenly there was a drop of like epic proportions. So if you ever seen Game of Thrones, so Jaime Lannister is riding his horse along the edge of this water, and it's all shallow, and then suddenly he gets knocked off his horse and he plummets into like this trench. Like, he just sinks. And we're all like, what? How was there a trench there? So yeah, apparently Din walked a little too far, and that those waters went way down. And Bo didn't hesitate. She just dived right in there, and she went way down. She found him on the ground, picked him up, and took him back. I don't think an animal pushed him or pulled him. I think that he did a Jaime Lannister. He like freaking fell off the ledge, like when it says, sudden drop off. There was a sudden drop off. So on the way back up, like I said, the very beginning of this ending discussion, Bo sees this creature. First, we see this horn, like a tusk, and then we see the eyeball of this giant creature. And I immediately think, this is the mythosaur. It's got to be. She was very taken aback by it. Like either she knows what it is, or she's like, oh my god, like, I didn't think they still existed. My bet is that it's on a mythosaur. I bet that's either the body of an old mythosaur, an actual mythosaur that's still alive but somehow underwater, or some weird sea creature. But I definitely think it was a mythosaur. It did not follow her. It did not try to get her in Star Wars underwater fashion, where there's some horrible, nasty creature coming out after you and just gets bigger and bigger, and there's always a bigger fish. So, yeah. Anyway, I really hope that I can get this out super fast and it doesn't get blocked by copyright. I'm going to try my hardest to block as much video so they don't pick me up as possible. But if you haven't subscribed to my videos, please press the subscribe button. Leave a comment because I like to discuss them at the beginning of my videos. And until next week, bye.